Hi students, good morning to all. I am Dency Veena from Emmanuel College of Pharmacy, Assistant Professor. Today I am discuss with about lymphatic system. What is lymphatic system? Lymph is a tissue fluid which is formed by the passage of substances from blood capillaries into tissue space. Lymphatic system is a subsystem of the circulatory system in the vertebrate body that consists of a complex network of vessels, tissues, and organs. It also helps defend the body against infection by supplying disease fighting cells called lymphocytes. What is lymph? Lymph is a clear to white fluid made of white blood cells, especially lymphocytes, the cells that attack bacteria in the blood and body tissues. Lymph, pale fluid that pats the tissues of an organism, maintaining fluid balance and removes bacteria from tissues. It enters the blood system by way of lymphatic channels and ducts. It contains oxygen, proteins, glucose, and white blood cells. Lymph, also called lymphatic fluid. It is a collection of the extra fluid that drains from cells and tissues in body, and it is reabsorbed into capillaries. What is composition of lymph? Lymph is two types of separate: cellular part, non-cellular part. Then cellular part, it is types lymphocytes divided in two cells, T cells, beta cells. The non-cellular part is divided into two types, water 94% and solid 6%. Solid is 6% divided into 7. 1. Proteins, fats, carbohydrate, urea, protein, nitrogenous substances, then creatinine, inorganic substances. Functions of lymphatic system. Lymph nodes protect the body against infection of filtering and destroying bacteria. Also, lymph nodes are the sites where lymphocytes are produced. The lymphatics drain the excess fluid from tissues back to circulation. The lymphatics carry waste products from tissues to blood. Then formation of lymph. There are five important steps of process of lymph formation. First one, collection of excess fluid. Second one, entry into lymphatic capillaries. Third one, transport through lymphatic vessels. Fourth one, filtration in lymph nodes. Fifth one, return to bloodstream. First one of collection of excess fluid. The first step in the process of lymph formation is the collection of excess fluid in interstitial fluid from the body's tissues. Interstitial fluid is made up of water, ions, and small molecules that leak out of blood vessels and into the spaces between the cells. The collection of interstitial fluid occurs due to the balance of forces between the blood vessels and the surrounding the tissues. Then interstitial fluid then bats the cells and tissues, delivering nutrients and removing waste products. The interstitial fluid collects in the spaces between the cells and tissues of the body, form a clear colorless fluid that resembles plasma but with lower protein content. Second one, entry into lymphatic capillaries. The lymphatic capillaries are small than walled vessels that are found in almost all tissues of the body except for the central nervous system, bone marrow, and some other tissues. Lymphatic capillaries are similar in structure to blood capillaries but have some important differences. The entry of interstitial fluid into lymphatic capillaries is facilitated by several factors like pressure gradients and the presence of anchoring filaments. Pressure gradients between the interstitial fluid and the inside of the lymphatic capillaries help to drive the flow of fluid into the vessels. Anchoring filaments are small fibers that connect the lymphatic capillaries to the surrounding tissues, allowing the vessels to be pulled open as the tissues move or contract. Once industrial fluid enters the lymphatic capillaries, it is called lymph. Next, transport through lymphatic vessels. Once lymph has entered the lymphatic capillaries, it flows into larger lymphatic vessels. The lymphatic vessels have a similar structure to veins with valves that help to prevent backflow of lymph and smooth muscle that helps to propel the lymph through the vessels. Then these vessels have one-way valves that prevent the backflow of lymph and smooth muscle that helps to propel the lymph through the vessels. The movement of lymph through the lymphatic vessels is facilitated by several factors like the pressure gradient created by the movement of muscles and the contractions of smooth muscles in the lymphatic vessel walls. Last one, filtration in lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are small bean-shaped organs that are distributed throughout the body along the course of the lymphatic vessels. Lymph nodes act as a filters for the lymph. It removes the pathogens, foreign particles and damaged cells before returning the lymph to the bloodstream. As lymph flows through the lymphatic vessels, it enters the lymph node through afferent lymphatic vessels and exits through the efferent lymphatic vessels. The lymph also flows through a network of small channels called trabeculae, which are lined with lymphatic tissue and contain specialized immune cells. Next, return to bloodstream. After filtration, in the lymph nodes, the purified lymph enters large lymphatic vessels, which eventually merge together to form the two main lymphatic ducts, the thoracic duct and the right lymphatic duct. The thoracic duct is a larger of the two ducts and callest limb from the lower body, left arm and left side of the head and neck. The right lymphatic duct collects the lymph from the right arm, right side of the head and neck, and right side of the thorax. These ducts then empty the purified lymph back into the bloodstream by emptying it into the subclavian veins, which are located near the heart. Thank you.